Welcome to the Horror Realm. I'm Travis Bruce, and today I am going to do a indie horror movie director spotlight. Today I have Keith Lakean Powell, the director of The Legend of Paul Pry, right now streaming on Tubi. Keith, what's up, man?
How you doing there, Bruce? How you doing?
Good, buddy. Good, buddy. Good. So, introduce yourself to my audience. I understand you've been doing this filmmaking thing for 4 years. Tell us all about it.
Well, first, I'd like to thank God, and I'd like to thank you for giving me an opportunity to be on your show. And I appreciate that, and I respect that. And everybody, my name is Keith Lakean Powell, and Travis Bruce gave me a chance to be on the show to inform you about some of my latest movies I got coming out. Some of them already on streaming platforms.
Okay. So, what got you into the filmmaking game, especially horror?
Um, Well, what got me into horror is because I've always been a horror fan. You know what I'm saying? I used to love them Jason movies, Freddy Krueger movies. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all a prime example of why I love it so much. I got my own mask. You know, I've been uh love horror movies because always give you that scare, that thrill. You know what I'm saying? You see stuff that don't happen in real life that you'll see in a horror movie that's you'll see this fake, you know what I'm saying? So you like to see stuff that you don't normally see in real life because it's entertaining. So it got me, when I first started watching horror as a kid, you know what I'm saying? It got me scared to watch horror movies. But as I started getting older and started watching them, I became attached to horror movies. And the reason why I film horror movies is actually they one of the easiest genres to make.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear. So,
Yeah.
as a black filmmaker going into the genre of horror, which is predominantly white directors and filmmakers, are there any challenges that you've run into?
The only challenge I'll be running into is because of money. You know what I'm saying? But as for you know what I'm saying, horror movies in general, it's definitely overseen by white folks. A lot of white people do more horror movies than black folks. But I don't look at it as like competition because it really depends on it don't matter if it's white, black, Chinese, Mexican, Puerto Rican, or Italian. It depends on who can make the best story and who can captivate the audience the most. You know what I'm saying? That's the competition I've been with whoever can really, put out their movies to give me a challenge. You know what I'm saying? And I love competition too, when it comes to filmmaking because that's what motivates you and drive. When you see another person done a hot movie, you be trying to do it just as good as them. So, it does motivate me, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be competent, trying to have competition in movies, you know what I'm saying? And even though I ain't the best of the best, but I know I ain't the worst of the worst either, though. See what I'm saying?
Right in the middle, right?
Yep. But like if I had this, oh man, I'd be top. I would have been made it to Hollywood. I've been having like theater release big movies coming out worth 2, 3 million. Got this all it takes. This. If you put a lot of this in your movie, oh definitely you gonna come out mainstream. You pay a lot of PRs to do market your movie out there everywhere in magazines, articles, and newspapers, and just around the media worldwide in general. Oh, you gonna get this, but it takes this to make this. But see, I ain't got this much of this and I still can make a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if I had this.
So let's go ahead and jump right into promoting one of your movies. It's a movie I actually recently watched, The Legend of Paul Pry. So so for my viewers who had not seen the movie, tell us a little bit about this movie.
But The Legend of Paul Pry is basically a movie I made out of Virginia to try to put our city, our state on the map. And I basically created Paul Pry from actually a name of a road that I live on called Paul Pry. I live on Paul Pry Trail Road. So, I got the name from the road. So I wanted to do a type of horror that was kind of reality. Some I could say based on a true story, even though it could be a story that happened like that. I don't know about it, but I had pictured a story of this guy living out in the woods, capturing and taking people hostage, whoever come on his land and threaten him in any kind of way. You just messing with his territory or on his territory, or messing with his property or anything, he coming out there to get you. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do like a reality, like a what they call it. You ever seen Blair Witch Project, right?
Yeah,
I
it's a
wanted to
found
do a
footage.
theme like that. Yeah, I wanted to do a theme like that, but not only do that, but show a real, like show the movie version too. Like, okay, like chapter 1 of Legend of Paul Pry, it's more like, you see a kid find a camera, then you watching the camera throughout the whole movie. So it's like a reality, like more scary, like he found the camera. But then it's like it transforms into like actually a movie. So I'm saying? Where you
Mhm.
actually get to see the characters in the story that you've seen in chapter 1, you see what really happened to them. You know what I'm saying? You get more details through the chapters of the movie, because it's 3 chapters in Legend of Paul Pry.
Now, speaking of the Blair Witch, I've noticed that, I'm a huge Blair Witch fan. For anybody who watched my channel, love the Blair Witch. And I'm a huge Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Did you get any inspiration from those two movies?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. But I didn't want to, I didn't want to copyright or steal nobody's idea, so I had to create me a character. And basically, yeah, I got my inspiration from Blair Witch, and I got my inspiration from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and just Michael Myers and Jason anyway, because they are slashing their kitty anyway. You know what I'm saying? So all that built upon together, and I used that to create my own character and create my own story and create his own weapon. They got knives, and Jason got the big machete, Michael got the knife, Freddy got the claws, Texas Chainsaw, he got the chainsaw, Texas Chainsaw got the chainsaw. But I wanted to get his character his own weapon, so I gave him like a hammer and a needle. You know what I'm saying? To be different.
So, I understand I live in Maryland, so you live in Virginia, DMV, so we're not that far from each other. Um, and so I understand you shot all this movie in Virginia to put Virginia on the map. Now, how long did it take to shoot this movie?
I shot it in one day.
The whole
Believe it or
thing in
not,
one
one
day.
day.
Wow.
One day. Oh yeah. One day. 1 day and 1 hour. Because the scene that you seen the kid in the barn at the beginning of the movie, I shot that another day separately. Where the
Okay.
kid find the camera, which the kid is actually my son. You know what I'm saying? I put my son
Oh,
in a
really?
in a role in the movie. Yeah, and I let him basically, I filmed with him. He basically go in the barn. It's like years later, he go in the barn. He find an abandoned barn, and he find a camera inside the barn, which shows a crime. You know what I'm saying? So I actually shot that, and it only took me like 1 hour to go out there with him, tell him walk through the woods a little bit, tell him to go in the barn, find the camera, and it's a wrap. Now for the rest of the movie, I shot that in 1 day. 1 day from morning, from 10 a.m. all the way to about 11 p.m. at night. 1 day.
Wow. Now, the actors and actresses in the movie, did you do like a casting call, or what these individuals you already knew from the industry?
Well, to tell you the truth, I got a group of actors. I got a group, like I got different groups on Facebook of different actors. It's with LEP, my company. So it's like I put up a post in the group, and they'll all let me know if they want to be in that type of movie. And I pick, some to be in there, you know what I'm saying, that type of movie. And that's how it happened. Like I basically like you said, made a flyer, done a casting call, but within my group and the group of people, chose they want to be in there. And I done it again for the sequel that's coming out. So, yeah, that's kind of casting call basically, and found the right one that can really do the right stuff to make this story look believable.
So you actually answered a question I was about to ask. So the first one ends with a cliffhanger. I was going to ask you, would there be a sequel? And also, you answered that question. Now, in the sequel, is it going to give a little more backstory about who Paul Pry is and why his motives are the way they are?
Oh, of course, they're gonna give you a backstory. It's gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna explain. You're gonna find out how did that girl get with Paul Pry. Remember chapter 2? She was running through the woods, and the two guys tried to help out. You'll see
Mm-hmm.
how she got with Paul Pry. You'll see how Paul Pry became crazy. You'll see what other person influenced Paul Pry. You'll know about his father and how he basically got, in the situation he got himself into. You're gonna see more of Donna J, the one that got captured, but the reporter that got captured in the story. You know what I'm saying? She was looking for the missing guy named Chris Wells. You also gonna see Chris Wells again in the story. You're gonna bring back some of these old faces. You're gonna see again, and you're gonna kind of see what happened to him a little bit more in chapter 2. And it's a couple of new cast members as well too. You're gonna see what's going on with them too.
Now the little boy, I mean the like teenage boy who's they say that he looks like he's from the Goonies, who's at the gas station. Is he working with Paul Pry, or is that something you can't tell me?
Oh, you'll find that out in the sequel.
Okay, okay,
You'll find out more about that little boy at the gas station in the sequel, and you'll find out, who he with and who he be with and why he was at that gas station. You'll find out a lot of details. It's kind of hour and 50 long minute movie. It's gonna be an hour and 52 minutes long. Full feature that's coming to platforms pretty soon.
okay. This year?
Yeah, this year. Probably like around Halloween time would be the best time I try to tell them to drop it, but it's kind of on the distribution, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I can't really predict that. All I can do is make the film and send it to them, and they distribute and make it go live when they want to. But I believe that, they got common sense to try to get it out, during Halloween because it's a horror.
Yeah. So speaking of distribution, Paul Pry, the first one. Once you made the movie, you came up with the idea, filmed the movie. How hard it was it to get it distributed, and what method did you use for filmmakers who are just getting started?
Oh, to get, well, then the movie before Paul Pry was hell trying to get distributed. That one, but Legend of Paul Pry was pretty easy to get distributed. Reason why it was easy because from working so hard on trying to get the first one distributed, my mind, got, kind of, was connected on what I needed to do. So I'm saying, so with the Legend of Paul Pry, I basically went in Film Hub and I used that for distribution. So some people couldn't know like, oh, where to go to. I use Film Hub, and it's also other smaller companies that distribute your movie too. But I haven't really never went with them yet because they never made a good clear offer. You know what I'm saying? Maverick Entertainment hit me up one time. They wanted to pay me $1,000 for no cap movie, but I just didn't want that $1,000, and they claim my movie and get what I'm saying, the royalties and everything, and then I get royalty 10 years later when the movie ain't even popping no more and it got old. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done seen. So Maverick was not an option. I said, nah, I'm not going with no Maverick movie, and I don't like it. So no. And another company called me. I forgot the name of it, but I know one of them called me recently, and they wanted the sequel of Beware Paul Pry. And they called MTX, I think MXP or something like that. I forgot, but I know I got it on my email that came through. But distributing the movie is hard as hell, to tell you the truth, because you have to do certain things. You got to have certain things to be able to distribute the movie. And I kind of wanted to let the people know about this too. You need certain things, like you need captions. You know what I'm saying? Whether you make a movie or not, if you make a movie and want to distribute, you're gonna need captions. That's the number one thing. And captions, you gotta find out where to get that from, because it's kind of hard. Depends on who you want to go with, how much money you want to spend for captions. You gotta have artwork, and you gotta have different size artwork, not just one movie cover. You gotta have like 5 or 6 different type of sizes do they need to put your stuff on different channels. You have to have all your metadata right and correct, and make sure it's accurate too, and not no lie. Like if your stuff on IMDb and you made the movie, you gotta have that, official, and gotta be truthful what you're saying. You gotta have a sales pitch, because if you don't have a sales pitch, ain't no channel gonna really pick you up, because they don't got no offer what you want or what your movie gonna be to make them want it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a sales pitch. You gotta have you gotta know the boundaries of actually, filling out the Film Hub form. It's just not simple. You gotta know what to fill out and what not to fill out. You gotta know where to put stuff in order too, because it's kind of complicated. You gotta really, really. It took me 3 months to really just sit there and play with it and actually learn how to do that shit. It ain't no you going there. Oh, I know what to do. No, you gotta either somebody gotta tell you step by step what to do. So the method is hard, and then you gotta wait. It's a waiting process with everything you do. When you on the first level of trying to distribute your movie and you get the artwork done, you gotta wait 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Just to start to get other stuff done. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes time to do everything. Like just say if I do artwork, right, and I get somebody to do it for me, you gotta wait on them. But now I start doing my own artwork, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of can do it a little bit faster. So when you pass artwork, you pass captions, you fill out all the metadata, and you finally distribute your movie, you got to send it through QC, which is quality control. And quality control take up to 2 weeks to see if you can pass or fail it or not. And if you fail, of course, you got to go redo some stuff and fix some stuff. If you pass, you'll move into the phase where, you got an opportunity to let channels pick up your movie. So that could take up to 90 days, you know what I'm saying, for even a channel to pick up your movie, you know what I'm saying, or longer. So just say one pick your movie up, and when they pick it up and they deliver it to their channel, you still got to wait another, however long it take, because they gonna let you know when they gonna put your movie and make it go live. So it's like levels to it, man, that you gotta wait it off. You can't just do this stuff overnight or even in a month. So, it's like real hard levels. It's complicated. And it's really get you, kind of, it made me so angry that I almost quit one time. I said, man, I ain't doing this, man. Forget it. I just put my shit on YouTube. That's how bad it take, I mean, that's how mad it made me, and that's how much it is, man, as a process. Like, you really got to be mindseted and really wanting to do this, or you'll just give up and quit. Because at first, 2 years ago, I gave up and quit. So that's why it took me all the way up to the end of last year to finally get a movie on a platform, because I quit 2 years ago and I just gave up on trying to get it on distribution. I just put it on YouTube so everybody can watch for free. But distribution actually pays.
Yeah, so speaking of what we said about Film Hub and Maverick, I've had, several filmmakers come on, and those seem to be especially with Tubi, Film Hub and Maverick seem to be the go-to distribution companies. Some people love them, some people hate both of them. It seems like everybody except for one director I've interviewed hates Maverick. But it seems like, what you're saying about Maverick, I've heard numerous directors say that, they definitely take advantage of filmmakers, and that you walk away with $1,000, $1,500, and with this unachievable cap, that you have to get God knows how many views before you can even make a dime off of the movies. So spinning off of that, I don't know if you saw my interview with a friend of yours, Franklin Correa, and he had some bad things to say about Film Hub, and he also he actually brought up your movie as well. Would you like to comment on any of that was said?
What he said about my movie? I ain't even hear him saying that about my movie.
Oh. That you love that you're a Film Hub guy, and he said that he hated Film Hub.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Now I ain't gonna say Maverick bad. Maverick is just something I wouldn't go with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna talk about really no big organization, because some people might just want that exposure and want the $1,000 and $1,500, $2 Gs, whatever they get. Some people just want that exposure. But when it comes to time you made so many movies, you don't want just exposure. You want at least a little change. You know what I'm saying? Some, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't fault Maverick. It's just a way to get people exposed. They want to do it. Hey, go with them. Now, as for Film Hub, I can't down it because it is the number one distribution platform in the world. That's what they say on the internet. That's what the Google say. So it must be true. You know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody else say too. But some people ain't gonna like it because they don't know how to end up getting their money from Film Hub. Like my friend Frank, I don't believe he know how to get his money. He don't know what to do. So that's why he talk bad about
it. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna actually jump to.
That's what I believe.
Okay. Because multiple everybody
told me.
It seems like everybody has their preference on.
Frank told me. I'm gonna tell you what Frank told me. Let me tell you what he told me. Frank said, in the message talking about, man, Film Hub ain't pay him. He got 2 movies on there with Film Hub. He ain't get paid. He ain't seen $1. The reason why he ain't seen $1 is because he don't know what to go do. You got to go on there to your account. Make sure you have a PayPal set up connected to your Film Hub. When your PayPal is connected to your Film Hub, you got to go down there and hit transfer your money from Film Hub to your PayPal, then get your money from PayPal into your bank account. He don't know how to do that, I guess. So that must be why he ain't got paid, because there's no way in hell they not gonna fucking pay you. How they not gonna pay you? You know what I'm saying? They gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? I got paid. My other 2 friends I got on Film Hub, they got paid. My boy Derek Holly from Dust House. You know what I'm saying? Me and him linked up in the project. I got him. I told him basically, kind of what to do to get with Film Hub, and I told my boy So Watson what to do to get with Film Hub, and they end up getting movies and got paid. So I look at it like Frank must don't know what he's doing or something. So I tried to talk to him and tell him he don't want to hear that shit. So he just lost some money. That's on him.
Now, can being an indie horror filmmaker, can it be lucrative?
Say that one more time.
I said, being an indie filmmaker, horror filmmaker, can it be lucrative?
Just tell me a minute of that, man, because I done got high on the set, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can you make money?
What that mean? I don't know.
I'm gonna say, can you make money being a indie horror filmmaker in the year 2023?
Yeah, you can make money. Now I ain't gonna say you can get rich or get wealthy off it, but you can make money. It's you always can make money. If you distribute your movie through the right company and actually know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can make money. With horror films, because Jason Horton, he's a horror. He got his own horror Tubi group. He got plenty of movies on Tubi TV. He got a new movie he's working on right now called something, but I know his new movie just came out called The Craven. You ever heard about that? The Craven, Jason Horton. Mm-hmm. So he done made plenty of money off his movie.
Okay. So
yeah, right he done made so much money that he went on and about to do another horror movie already, just like that. So horror is kind of winning because it's easy to pull off to do. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of that, I understand that you actually knocked out 4 movies this year. So tell us a little about those
movies.
Now, are they on Tubi?
Well, you can ask my cat. Say it one more time.
I said, are these movies on Tubi as well?
Yeah. Well, 4 of them is, and one I'm about to drop on Tubi. They got picked up by Tubi like 2 weeks ago. 4 of them is, like you said, The Legend of Paul Pry, Seeds of Satan, 24 Hours, Sweet Kiss Goodnight, and Hustle Game. All came out. You know what I'm saying? Basically this year. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it been out for years. You know what I'm saying? It just basically came out this year. And so them 4 movies I dropped on Tubi in 1 year, and I got Something in Virginia just got picked up by Tubi 2 weeks ago. So they're gonna go live pretty soon. So that'd be like 5 movies on Tubi. And that ain't how many I done this year now. I done Number One Fan, Beware Paul Pry sequel, We done Celebrity Fever. Um, just them three right there. Extra we done this year that I already finished and completed. I gotta, basically distribute them basically.
So now, do you write all of your movies, or do you collaborate? Do you have writers that you collaborate with?
To be honest with you, man, I don't even write. All I write up is the scenarios, right, of the movie, how it's gonna play out. I write the scenarios all up, right, and I'm one of them directors that really talk to their cast members like on the phone conversation for like hours. You know what I'm saying? So I've been to pick them up to speed to basically by the time we come on set and you ready to film, they already know what to do. And they already came up with some dialogue of what they about to say. So I let them always improv on set. And when it don't make sense or don't sound right, I basically tell them what to say. And they'll say it, you know what I'm saying? We do everything that makes sense to go with the story, but we improv it with the scenarios that I write up. So I write up a bunch of scenarios. Like this at scene one, John walks into the house, he picks up the knife, he goes in the bedroom and he stabs Joshua 3 times. I write that scenario up. Now what John say, I don't know. We're gonna do that on the set during the time of filming. We'll come up, but either I gotta tell him what to say, or he just gonna create his own dialogue. But we'll know that John gonna walk in that house and do all that and then go in there and stab Joshua. See what I'm saying? And that's how we make movies fast, you know what I'm saying? Because all that script writing that you do, if you ain't got the funds and you ain't Hollywood in other words, and you ain't got the funds, you doing all that script writing for kind of nothing, because when you get on the set and ain't nobody getting paid, most likely, sometimes people call off, sometimes people don't show up. It might rain, it might snow, you ain't got to pay for set, you ain't got a real studio that you filming in. Anything liable to happen. So you've been wrote up all this shit, dialogue and words, and next thing you know, Judy done called out. Now we can't even use the Judy character. We gotta twist the story up. So that's how it comes about that I write up the scenarios, and whether Judy come out or not, we're gonna have Cindy there, and Cindy gonna play Judy. See what I'm saying?
Praying on in.
It's like, the extras will come out. I ain't gonna even call them extras. The small roles will come out, and they might not even have a big role. They might got maybe 2 or 3 sentences, or they walk by the camera. But if Tom call out, that small role guy gonna play Tom. That's gonna be the next star of the movie.
That's what's up. All right, so I have a question.
And look, another thing is, and another thing is about, how we set up movies. We ain't got a lot. We live in a 9-to-5 life, so we ain't got a lot of time to do rehearsals and all that stuff. So instead of me doing rehearsals, I actually talk to all my actors individually on the phone, one at a time. I talk to one Tuesday, I might talk to one Wednesday, talk to one Saturday, on the phone about an hour, letting them know everything that's gonna go down and what they got to do, and all they got to do is create that dialogue for the situations or the scenarios I got for them.
And just run with that. That's pretty incredible. That's pretty incredible.
Yep.
Now I have a question. If a big movie studio came to you right now, gave you a huge budget, and they want you to remake any iconic classic horror movie of your choice, which one would it be and why?
Horror, iconic, classic movie.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be The Devil. The movie, it'll be The Devil. The horror movie is a horror movie named The Devil, where 8 people trapped in a elevator.
Yes.
You ever seen that?
Yes. Great movie.
That's the one I do. I do somewhere some kind of demon got 6 or 7 people trapped somewhere, and one of them is the creature itself.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. All right. So Keith, how can my subscribers and how can my fans find you?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook. Type in Keith Lakean Powell on Facebook. Follow me. Instagram is Keith Powell, KeezyPowell. You can follow me on that. My YouTube name is my middle name, Lakean, Lakean. And that's how you can see all about me right there. Them 3 sites right there.
Awesome, awesome.
Or
Guys,
you can
definitely,
Google me. Just Google my name.
yes.
If they
Google his
Google my
name.
name, Keith Lakean Powell, you'll see everything.
And guys, when you get a chance, please hop on Tubi and check out the Legend of Paul Pry. Um, and Paul Pry's 2 is coming out soon, and I'm gonna have you back on the channel to promote that before that bad boy comes out. Keith,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it's been an absolute pleasure, man. Thanks for coming onto my channel. I appreciate it.
Man, it's been an absolute pleasure for you to interview me, and man, made me feel like somebody. I actually felt like, a celebrity, man, by you gave me the opportunity to come on here and for you to interview me made me feel good, man. To tell you the truth, man, I'm really honored. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a bigger move in life. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. That's an opportunity that, man, I had to get on this and check you out, man. I had to get this interview because, man, I seen you in a picture with Freddy Cougar, and then you've been in a picture with the Candy Man. You've been in a picture, man. It felt like you already it felt like you were a celebrity, but the celebrity that's behind the scene doing everything big and major that you don't see. And for you to ask me for an interview like I'm somebody, I'm just a normal person, man. I still got
No,
a
you're not.
regular job, man. I still work a 9 to 5. So, it's an
No, you're
honor.
not,
It's an
man.
honor, man.
Listen, man, I give credit to you and all. I give credit to anybody who will put their own money on the line and make a movie of something that they're passionate about. Anybody who's willing to do that, I don't care how low budget, I don't care how bad the movie is, you know, it's something that I couldn't do. It's something that majority of people do. So I have nothing but respect for anybody who is willing to put their money where they're fucking talking and just fucking do it, you know. And I give kudos to you, and I love indie horror directors. I love the small guys, you know. I consider myself a small guy, so I definitely appreciate you coming on chance. I have
And the
nothing
thing
but
about it is, I'm gonna tell you the thing about it is, a lot of people do a lot of talking, man. If this one thing you can want to post, man, and screenshot, I'm gonna tell it like it is. A lot of people do a lot of talking, man. They talk about what they gonna do, and it got to the point that when I heard them talking, and I know they ain't gonna do this shit, I don't want to hear it. I walk away because I'm them doers, man. I'm the guy that gonna do it. If I say I'm gonna make this type of movie, that's what I'm gonna do. I told him, man, I said, yo, I'm gonna make Legend of Paul Pry your off. It's gonna be because I got the name from my road. I said, damn, Paul Pry sound like a crazy little sadistic name. And we used the woods. Matter of fact, let me tell you how I really made it. Yo, I got the actors to come out. They came out and we all filmed this in the back of my yard. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
We went to the library. See, this is how you gotta do it. You gotta really do it like this. You gotta think, okay, think. Man, I need to make a movie and I ain't got number one day because I got a girl, she coming all the way from New York. One dude coming all the way from the bottom of North Carolina somewhere. So they coming from far out, you know what I'm saying? And I can't just have them coming every day because I ain't got no money to take care of them, to put no room or nothing like that. So I got both of them to come off. So we're gonna film this motherfucker on one day. So we started at the library. The library was more like our office scene where we done all the office stuff at. So we knocked out everything we supposed to do at the library all the way to 2:30. We got it knocked out. So then we went back to my house. Everybody ate a little snack or two. Then we started filming in the woods all the way to nighttime. And that's how we got it done that fast. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta really put the pieces together and really orchestrate how to make this movie in one day if you're gonna do it in one day. But you gotta do it to make it make sense too. And you gotta know what you're doing and make sure the characters add up to what's going on to the story so it can make sense. So I had to think about all this shit at one time and I done it. And that's how it is, man. That's the only gift or the only what they call talent that I got. I could take a cast of 6 people, come up with a story off the top of my head if I got one great location and we can make a great movie. It's that easy and that simple to me. Now, as for marketing, editing, and producing, that's work. That's really work. You know what I'm saying?
That's
All
work.
the distributing shit, that's when the work comes into play. But just coming out with my camera and my equipment with a cast of 5 people at a location, I come up with a story and make a movie in one day. And it'll make sense too.
Keith, listen, I can sit here and make great videos every single day. If nobody's watching it, what's the point? The hardest part is, even as a YouTube channel, is marketing, promoting, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of these horror Facebook groups, now some of them are complete assholes, but majority of them are pretty cool, for allowing me to promote, and advertise. And I mean, it's the only way you're going to make it, is by word of mouth. But once again, man,
Word of mouth, man.
yep. All right, man. Once again,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Okay, I'm gonna be talking to you soon.
Hey,
Have you back on part two, Paul Pry. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming to the
oh,
horror room. I'm Travis. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.